just check the audio real quick. Alright, what do I got? Audio check. It seems alright. Okay, so good morning and welcome to another Simulator Sunday. We're gonna hop right back in here and work on this ancient statue. Let's hope that my audio is good for the duration because I let my phone almost die last night. Forgot to charge it. And I do not I try not to use devices while they are charging. There's that bird. Okay, cool. I guess it's right, it's this way. Yeah, my phone. I've had it since oh my gosh, I've had it probably 6 years. Okay. Let's do this and yep. And the battery only started giving me any kind of issues, not even like major issues, but only just, started acting up a little bit. Like last, it was last year. I was about to say summer, but I think it was sometime in the fall, actually. Yeah. I remember the weather was still decent. So, I don't know. That bird. Right, so my point here, and I might say it a couple times, I just want to make sure that you all know that I do not have my stream manager open currently because my phone is on the charger and I'm not using it until I prefer to charge it up to full, but I'll probably take it off of there when it gets closer to 60 or 70%, because that'll give me enough battery life to make it through the stream and I can keep. If anybody is in the chat, I apologize for not acknowledging you. Hi. Actually, I guess I can just push that and see how many people are actually watching. Yeah, I can't see my chat right now, so my bad. Also, take care of your devices, take care of your batteries. Right? Good battery hygiene, I guess. I don't know what you would call that. But it makes such a huge difference in the lifespan of your battery, And yeah. Sorry, I woke up earlier and I don't know. I think it was like 6:30, And I do remember checking the time and thinking, oh, it's too early to be awake on a Sunday and I don't start streaming for 2 hours, I can just sleep another 30 minutes or so. Um, yeah, I woke back up again at 8:40, give or take. I think I'm. What time even is it right now? Yeah, it's just about 9. No, I'm getting that spot. Yeah. So I just like rolled out of bed, got the coffee started, and loaded up PowerWash Simulator. We're gonna do this for a little bit. I'm definitely gonna finish this statue, and then I'm gonna see what the next job is. Probably, definitely work on that for a while. I feel like there's got to be a pattern. Ah, of course, these things aren't necessarily literal. The Egyptians had statues with the heads of storks and cows. Indeed. Doesn't mean the pyramids were chock full of fish and hay. The pyramids weren't full of anything. Oh, God. Oh, this is an archaeologist texting, right? Sending these messages. Okay, the pyramids, for those of you who aren't aware, there were no mummies in them. Okay? There were not the Great Pyramids, okay? Or well, I guess the Great Pyramid, and then I'm not actually sure what the other two are called, but they're like three, right? The three big ones that everyone knows about. And, mummies. No, that's not how that happened. As a matter of fact, there is a show I highly recommend. It is called The Pyramid Code. Okay. And I have found it in its entirety on YouTube. And it does get taken down occasionally because I guess it belongs to Gaia now. Oh, it's like, is it a streaming service? Gaia Network or something? And that Gaia has all of the spiritual, I don't know, metaphysical, new age streaming shows, stuff. I don't know. But Gaia has all that. And now, when I first watched the Pyramid Code, oh, I can't even remember how long it's been. I swear it was on TV. It was, or I say TV, but I mean like it was on one of the other standard streaming services, I think, right? Because I've never subscribed to Gaia. Some of the stuff I wouldn't mind checking out. It is very interesting. Um, but I know that I've never subscribed to Gaia because, as much as I would like to, just try out some of the shows that they offer, because you can't find a lot of those, like, anywhere else. And, my phone is screaming at me. Um, I can't even remember how much a subscription to Gaia costs, but I know that I wouldn't watch it that much, not enough to pay for it like that, you know? So I've never had it, so I'm not actually sure where I've seen the Pyramid Code before, but I know that it was on some other streaming service. And I watched it and I thought it was really really good. Made some very very interesting points concerning the whole ancient Egyptian timeline, and and the pyramids specifically, how those seem less like you know just the largest burial chambers ever. They seem less like that than they do machines of some sort. Some kind of uh, tool, I guess. I'm sure there's another word for it, but I am blanking on that. It's still early. I still have like more than half of my first coffee left. There were even, like interviews with people who had gone inside the pyramids because at at one point in time, tourists were allowed to just go into the pyramids, and those people were saying that because I guess there are no hieroglyphics once you get, inside the stuff. And one person said something about how it felt like a machine, like being inside a machine, and why do the letters? I mean, can't I walk up around the side of that? I assume there's a way to get up around that. Anyway, they were saying that the feeling that they got from the whole thing was that they felt like they would not want to be inside the pyramid when it came on, you know? But I don't know. I don't know how to. I've never been in it, so I can't even describe the feeling that this other person experienced from this. But oh, the one piece of now I say the one piece of evidence as if there was only the one really good piece of evidence. All right, hang on. I'm gonna go ahead and check my audio real quick. My phone's at like 58%. That's good enough for now because my battery is pretty decent. Let's see what the audio sounds like. Hello, audio check. All right, it sounds good. Yeah, so 58% will last me a while because good battery hygiene, right? Anyway, so the piece of evidence that this show presented that I feel like I can't remember exactly if I'd read or seen anything similar before this show, but it makes so much sense. The Sphinx, okay? And I hope we all know about the Sphinx. It's that giant cat person, right? It's got like the body of a lion with the head of a pharaoh. Oh, hey, I have 3 viewers. Hi. So the Sphinx, there are erosion patterns around it, and I think on the base, and Egypt is a desert, right? Like ancient Egypt. Okay. Um, oh, and that's, and this leads into another thing that was mentioned. So the Nile, it's like the lifeblood of ancient Egypt. Huge river, right? And it's nowhere near the pyramids and the Sphinx and things like that. Except rivers move, and I don't mean like they flow, like the water flows. I mean rivers actually move. They shape the land around them, and in so doing, they can shift their own course. And so if we roll back the timeline a decent amount, the shape of the Nile and the direction, like if we reverse the direction that it has shifted over time, it would have been like right up against, not like right up against the pyramids exactly, but I think at least up against the I don't know, there's like walkways or something that lead up to the pyramids. I do have my chat open, by the way, so I can check on that now. Um, but moving the Nile that far would push that timeline for ancient Egypt civilization and the building of the pyramids and things back farther than what we're currently taught in school about how the pyramids are. I think it's like 5,000 years old or something like that. And this and the Sphinx. Okay, so the Sphinx, right? The erosion patterns suggest like a heavy amount of rainfall. And that would also push that timeline back. And we're not at, like, when I say push that timeline back, I don't mean that we're just talking about the well, I mean it is archaeological evidence, but we're also looking at the excuse me, sorry. Mm. I guess it would be geological evidence. The erosion patterns in these rocks um, indicate a period of heavy rainfall and, just a lot of water. And that would make sense too. You have this thriving civilization. You need water. So we have to shift the Nile. We have to take it back far enough that the weather patterns in the area are just wetter, just a lot more rain. Now that would explain the erosion on the Sphinx. And then if we look at the direction that the Sphinx is facing. So I hope you all know about this, but the three pyramids, the Great Pyramids, um, the the Giza pyramids, the Giza plateau. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, I'm not an archaeologist. I am not an Egyptologist. Okay, I am, uh, I am just regurgitating information that I got from a show that was made by an archaeologist, an Egyptologist, someone who studies these things and specializes in this stuff, and that's why that's part of why I found it so compelling. Because this, I can't remember her name, but the lady who was leading this, she disagrees with a lot of the current theories regarding ancient Egypt. And I'm like, okay, so the Sphinx, right? It oh sorry, the pyramids, they line up with Orion's belt, right? With the three stars in Orion's belt. So the ancient Egyptians, they were studying astronomy. I feel like I always get astronomy and astrology mixed up, but I think I got that right. Astronomy is the study of the stars, and then astrology is like horoscopes and zodiac and stuff, right? Um, so we know that they studied the stars and the placements and movements of the heavenly bodies, the things that they could see in the night sky. Um, we know that, right? Some of the largest man-made structures in history clearly indicate that these people were very interested in the night sky. Oh, here we go. Having said that, have you heard of the aquatic ape theory? No, I actually have not. Is that a real thing? Excuse me. Some believe that we humans spent part of our African prehistory living semi-aquatically. Um, okay. I mean, that's neat. That they say it's why we're the only hairless apes with webbed hands and an insulating layer of fat under our skin. Anyway, right, so the Sphinx. Had always thought it a fringe theory before. See, and that's the thing, like, people say fringe science and fringe theory and whatever, and they mean it like an insult. And fringe really just means it's, on the edge, right? Like it's on the sidelines, and there's got to be something to back it up. I know that people throw around the word theory like it just means I have an idea about this thing. That's not what a theory is. A theory has evidence to support it. You know. Uh, anyway, so the Sphinx, right? Currently, and I think, and this is where it gets a little fuzzy because there are some specifics about the placement and the direction that it's facing that matter to this theory. And I'm not great with the specifics, they don't always stick in my head. So it's facing the constellation of Taurus, I think. Um, and that is it's like sunrise or sunset of the spring equinox, I think. And the equinox that like the equinoxes and the solstices, those are important um, important dates that many ancient people recognized because they studied stuff like that, right? Um, that's how I'm sure there were ancient people who marked the year with those dates. Anyway, so I believe on one of the equinoxes, the Sphinx faces the constellation of Taurus, and Taurus is the bull, and like that doesn't make any sense because it's a lion. The Sphinx is a lion, right? So the precession of the equinox is, I believe I said that right, but that is the wobble of and this is another part, like I understand it, I feel like I always miss some details. Basically it means that the zodiac signs, right, they make a ring more or less in the night sky around uh, around the planet, and something about the way that the Earth moves. I can't. I don't. I don't know. It's this wobble that causes us to shift ever so slightly over time, so that that ring um, around the Earth will spin. Um, Again, ever so slightly. It takes a long time to get through the whole thing, and to change. So like we'll have one constellation on the horizon, right? At like I don't know if it's sunrise or sunset. That's one of those details that does not stick with me, but one or the other. Okay. And right on the horizon will be one particular constellation, but then over, uh, I think it's a couple thousand years to get through one constellation. It will shift ever so slightly, just a little bit at a time, and then it will move into the next constellation, and that is the precession, right? It proceeds through these these constellations, right, in the zodiac. Okay, so we all know those. I mean, most of us do. Um, and the way that it moves is it actually goes backwards, um, compared to how we how we measure time with okay, so like Aries is the considered the first sign in the zodiac. It's I can never remember the dates, but it's springtime, right? And then I think there's Taurus, and is it Cancer, and yeah, and then Gemini, and I think Leo, and Leo's the lion, and that's what we're getting at here is currently, or no, maybe not currently, but the timeline that we have for the Sphinx right now, right? When most experts agree that the Sphinx was made, has the Sphinx facing the constellation of Taurus on this particular date. But that doesn't make any sense, right? The ancient Egyptians, as much as they studied all of this, the night sky and everything, there's no way that um, they didn't realize that. That's another weird thing, is that at least as far as I am aware, and do not quote me on this, correct me if I am wrong, but so many ancient cultures, like, if they did study the stars, they have the same animals, I guess, for these constellations, right? Like uh, the bull and the lion. Those things look like that. I like um, I like being able to identify different stars and constellations and things. There's this really neat app that I have, and I think it's Sky Map, and it's really cool because it's like a live map of the sky. You move your phone around, and it moves the map with the phone so that you can aim your phone at a star, constellation, or whatever, and it'll tell you what it is, right? Um, or it won't. I mean, like, you can just look at it and line up the map with what you're looking at in the sky. Anyway, so the current timeline that we have has the Sphinx facing Taurus, the bull. But again, that doesn't line up with the erosion marks. It also doesn't make sense that it's a lion facing a bull, and it doesn't make sense that it's a lion with the head of a pharaoh. And we could say that that's because, the pharaohs were so full of themselves that, I mean, they ordered other people to build these massive monuments, these pyramids, and all these huge statues and things, and just very self-centered, right? Okay, so if we push the timeline back to, I'm not sure. I think it was like 10,000 years or something. It was pretty far. Um, then we can put the Sphinx at a point in time where it would have been built facing the constellation of Leo. It would be facing a lion. And not only that, but the Pyramid Code, and again, oh, excuse me, Ah, so sorry. Had to sneeze. Okay. Oh, so, um, we can move that timeline back even farther, right? So, this would be like 10,000 years or something, according to the show. But the Sphinx would be facing Leo, the constellation of the lion, and the archaeologist, the Egyptologist who you know made the show. Um, she she also suggested that the Sphinx wasn't originally made with the head of a pharaoh, because if you look at it, the head is a lot smaller in proportionally to the rest of the body, and that like, why would they do that? They were experts at building these monuments and carving out these statues and just making these beautiful works of art and everything. And if that's all it was, why would they have the proportions off so much? And so what she suggests is that originally it was just a lion. It didn't have the head of a pharaoh. It didn't have a human head or anything. It was originally just straight up a lion with a lion's head. And it was actually, it was carved. I keep saying built, but the Sphinx was carved out of the rock where it sits, I believe, and that's why there's like a pit around it. Now, again, don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. It's early in the morning, and I am not an expert, and details don't stay with me like that. So don't be surprised if I get something mixed up. But she suggested that the Sphinx was, oh, hang on, Calvin Miller. Doc, I don't know where you're at, but if it's anywhere near Buckingham, then you need to get out right now. Oh, okay. I think that volcano's gonna explode. Mount Rushless could blow any minute. I'm just praying I've got time to scoop up Ma and Pa first. Well, I really hope you do. That makes me think of one of my favorite movies. It's Anyway, I'll talk about that in a minute. I gotta get through this Sphinx thing. Oh my gosh, I'm cold. Hey, give me a second. Okay, and let me just do. Oh, wait. Hang on. Okay, we got that, and we're gonna get this settled in here. Okay, and now I'm gonna do a quick audio check real quick and just, yep. Okay. Yeah, I think. Hello? Okay, it sounds good. I don't think I messed anything up. Right, so Sphinx. Okay, so yeah, so what this archaeologist suggested is that the Sphinx was originally just a lion, right? Body of a lion, head of a lion. And it was also, again, like several thousand years older than what we are currently taught. And, you know, the current accepted history. Uh, and then she said that it is her theory that the reason the head, the one that we see today, is so much, like, proportionally small compared to the rest of the statue, is that whichever pharaoh it is, I feel like they connected the carving of the pharaoh's head on the Sphinx to a particular pharaoh, but she suggested that, like, it was rediscovered however many years later, hundreds or thousands. And so she says that it was rediscovered by this pharaoh and that he had his head carved onto, like, where the lion's head had been. Now, this would be, I mean, I'm pretty sure this would be considered like a fringe theory. It's not the currently accepted theory of the the ancient Egyptian history. But this show, the Pyramid Code, okay, it does a really good job, I think, of presenting the evidence that they have to support these theories about an even older timeline, you know. And I find it fascinating, really. Because, like, what would that even mean for human history just in general, you know? Ooh, so many tiny gems. I say tiny, but, you know, this thing is huge. It might be the size of my head. I don't know. I'll get my, actually, hang on. I can just summon it. Bam! I love that. And now I can't put it... Oh, there we go. Okay, wait, can I see the ground from here? Well, there we go. There's a way to turn it, yep. And... Alrighty, let's just climb this. Should I? Yeah, I should probably get what I can from here. I gotta get, like, the underside of his head. I gotta figure out how to edit videos. I know I've said that a few times now, but I feel like it has become necessary for a couple of reasons. I think the biggest reason really is just that the audio on too many of my videos goes all sorts of wonky. And I will do my best to get... I don't know if I need, like, a better headset. I don't think it's the controller, you know, because I seem to have this issue with any controller I use, really. So taking care of that, and if any, I mean, I'm open to suggestions. If anybody out there has personal first-hand experience with a particular brand or model of headset that will work with the Xbox One, please let me know, leave a comment, leave a link, you know, I guess. Okay, yeah, I bet. Anyway, So yeah, I need to work on that. That'll definitely help if I can, just get a good headset. Uh, but that costs money, and I assume there are uh, programs or something that I can, like, that are free to use, where I could just do some really simple editing and either cut the parts where the stream, like, goes all weird, or the audio does that weird warbly thing that it does. Uh, so I need to look into that. I need to do it soon, or I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose a couple videos. I mean, I guess I could just save them for now. Um, yeah, like the audio is probably the biggest reason that I want to figure out the video editing, but also so yesterday was Spoopy Saturday, and I started out the day streaming on Minecraft, the Dwellers add-on that I got. And one of my followers on here, uh, I let him join the world. Okay. And then at some point I ended up, like, letting my kids just sort of take over, playing the game while it was streaming, and I took a coffee break. Speaking of coffee, I keep forgetting that I have one right here. 1 second, please. Right. So yeah, I let my kids take over the stream for quite a while yesterday, actually. Yesterday morning on this Dwellers add-on. They were having fun. And so this follower who joined the world, well, like, my kids started asking some questions that were, I don't know, a little personal, not like totally inappropriate or anything. And hang on, I feel like the audio went weird for a second. Nope, okay, that's good. Nothing inappropriate exactly, but I mean, pretty standard stuff really for kids who are gaming together and talking to each other, right? Just like asking about, like, age and stuff. And again, nothing inappropriate, but and the questions weren't answered. It's fine. And I told my kids, like, hey, you can't just ask people stuff like that on stream, because I do post these. Well, first of all, like, the video lives on Twitch for a week or longer. I'm not sure. I did see something on the website about Prime users, because Twitch is an Amazon thing now, or it always has been. I don't really know. I am still fairly new to Twitch. Excuse me. But, kids being kids, saying things, not inappropriate things, they were fine. And if I hadn't been, like, streaming, or if I wasn't planning on posting the video to YouTube, then it wouldn't have been an issue, But that is the situation. I was streaming. I would like to put the video on YouTube. But now I've got some parts that I need to either cut or mute the audio and maybe record over, voice over, something. So I gotta figure out how to do all of that. Yeah, see, there's still dirt on here. I could probably get that from above. Let's go up another level. Yeah, see, there's that dirt. Let's get it. So yeah, the video editing is definitely moving up the priority list for me. And, you know, okay, so like if you've seen any of my videos, and it's showing I've got 2 viewers right now, but nobody's saying anything in chat, so I don't know who's watching. But if you have seen my videos, then you probably know that I don't let anyone into the realm, right, on Minecraft. And I've mentioned that a few times. So when I say that I let one of my followers join the Dwellers world, okay, that was not the realm. That's still a pretty strict rule that I have. The realm is for me and kids and close friends. And I would like to come up with some sort of option server something. I don't know what kind of options I have on Bedrock. But something that, you know, people could join. But yeah, so this viewer, this follower, didn't join the realm, joined a world, you know, and I don't know any other way to do that apart from actually like adding a person as a friend on Minecraft, and then like just letting like if you're friends with a person, with anyone on Minecraft, then when that person is on one of their worlds, it just pops up, or at least that's how it is on Bedrock. It just, like, that will pop up in your world list as an option, and you can just join. But as far as I know, the only way to do that is to friend that person. But, you know, this follower, like, I don't know if I should, I mean, I don't know. I don't know his, like, actual name, so I couldn't even use that if I wanted to, but I mean, I wouldn't, because I'm streaming, right? That seems not cool to use people's real names. You know, if you can avoid it, right? But I don't know if I should use, like, screen names. I don't know if that's cool. I didn't ask. Well, he was on, so I don't know. I didn't even think about it. Wasn't sure that would be a discussion topic today. I'm just sort of rambling. I'm still waiting for the brain to get into gear, you know. But yeah, the reason, like, I was cool with just like, yeah, you know, send you a friend request, join the world. This follower's been on, like, most of my streams lately, you know. Active in chat, super chill, right? So that's cool. And I would like to point out, like I said, I did let my kids take over the stream. And yeah, they were playing with someone that I met on Twitch, and I feel like uh that's a thing that, people might be concerned about. So I just want to um I just want to say that I was literally sitting right here watching the whole thing. I was even in chat a little bit. I was watching, like, I had it open on my phone. I had my stream manager open on my phone, and the kids were both here. You know, one is like playing on his Switch, and the other one has my controller playing on the Xbox, playing as me. So they were not unsupervised at any time. But also, like the person that joined, pretty cool so far. Uh, Hang on, is the audio good? Yeah, yeah, we're good. So again, I'm rambling. I just wanted to, make sure that everyone knows that internet safety is important, and I was here to make sure that my kids were safe. You know, the thing is, like, they are kids, and so where uh, I don't know. Is it weird to ask people's ages, like when you're gaming online? I assume that's a thing that kids do, but that's a pretty relevant question, especially for kids, because I mean, when you're young enough, a year or two feels like a big difference, and it can be, as far as maturity and taste in games. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Is that yeah? See, I feel like I'm like the train, the thought train. It left the station, like, I'm not even sure how long ago, how many stops it's been, but it's gone. It left me behind. Um, I had something in mind to discuss today, and I cannot remember what it was. There was Oh, dang it. I thought about a movie. I mentioned it earlier. I'm not sure what I was even talking about at the time. If I could remember what I was talking about, that would give me a clue. Uh, hmm. Okay. Well, dang it. Yeah, I don't know. Um, Oops, wrong button. I'm pushing all the things. Ooh, there's still coffee. All right, I need that coffee. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I definitely had something in mind to talk about, and it is gone. So I can feel uh I can definitely feel like I feel like the brain, it's starting to brain, and it's almost like, oh hey, oh hi, I'm doing good. How are you doing? That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Um, I was just trying to remember what I was even thinking about like half an hour ago. Oh, that's fine. I understand you gotta work. Gotta make that money. Let's see. Ooh, I wonder. I bet I cannot jump that. Hmm. Well, my ladder is down here somewhere. Let's just break the ankles. I can put it up there. Let's see. Is there anywhere up here I can put the thing, or is it just all on the ground? Yeah. Okay. Well, I can summon it from far away, but I can't necessarily place it from that far. Can I just want to set it down. I just want to let go of the dang thing. Oh, well, now it's in my way, isn't it? Let's put it over here. So, why can't I get any closer? Can I go along the sides? Can I? No? I guess that's as close as I can get to this thing. Okay, let's just climb up all of this nonsense and see. There's dirt there. Okay. Yeah, I definitely had some movie in mind that I wanted to talk about. No, I was actually just a minute ago, I was actually talking about the Dwellers stream from yesterday. Da, 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 da. And I did play Dead Space for a bit last night. I mostly let my boyfriend take over. But the audio was being just awful for a lot of that, and he got a little tired of me reaching over and trying to adjust the cord on the headset, so I stopped trying. And I figure I will just see. Oh, there's some there. There's gotta be a way I can, like, jump on top of this thing, right? Or maybe I can reach it all from here. Okay, there's that. My ear. Some back there. There's some in there. Gonna have to get soap on that. I hate when I think of a thing, right? Like something relevant or something that I want to mention, and then I don't say it right away, and so I lose it and it's gone forever, you know? there. Okay, and yep, get that. Alright, we're gonna need metal? No. Yeah, because that necklace is metal. Is there more? I mean, the necklace isn't clean. There's a little bit of dirt over there. I see that. Do both sides count as the same piece? Huh. Maybe not. Okay. Alright, let's get this. And okay, cool. Can I jump that? I bet I can't. Maybe I can jump onto the head, though. Alright, let's try this. Yay! I did it. Alright, yeah, now we can get all of this. It's so much easier. You just climb on the statues that you need to clean. This isn't dangerous at all. For me, or the ancient artifacts. There's still some dirt somewhere on this. Oh. What was I gonna do? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, there's dirt. Let's see. Oh yeah, see there's some. Okay, so I got helmet, crest, helmet decoration. There's some dirt there. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go down a little bit to the shoulder. Here we go. Yeah, see? This works. Yeah, got it. There's still some dirt on this crest. Ah, got it. Alright. Now we can get this. Just get that up close. Here it is. Maybe. Oh, yeah, you're good. Oh, there's some in there. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. I wonder if I can get around to the other side without falling off. I would rather not fall off now that I'm up here. Okay, so, I mean, that seems to be the same amount of dirt on this necklace, so I'm gonna guess that it's all counted as one piece. So, ooh, yep, there's some in there. Let's get that, yep. I'm not seeing any more dirt. Ah, got it. Okay, so arm slabs, face slabs, and helmet slabs. Helmet slabs. Okay, which... Ooh, oh, this one's got dirt. Okay, I see it there. I bet it's... Right, where is the dirt on this? Is it under? No? Is it on top of that? Okay. Well, that one, there's an arm slab and a face slab. Is that the dirt? No. Okay, cool. So arm slab, helmet slab. Arm slab. Shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. Let's try over here real quick before I jump off. Maybe it's, I'm not seeing anything. Alright, I think we're gonna have to... Ooh, look at that. I got skills. Okay, no, no, no. Alright, that's shoulder, that's shoulder. Nope. No. Okay. Just turn that off. Ooh, okay, I found it. I found the slab in question. Where is the dirt? Is it here? Is it... Ah, got it. Alright, now the last one is up there. So let's... Okay, I see the dirt. I hate that I have to hold the stick down to continue to run. It's just a little bothersome. Alright, it's somewhere in that, oops, wrong button. Somewhere in that... There it is. Got it. Please help me. I've done a terrible thing and now my beloved stunt plane is egg-bound. What just happened there? What am I seeing? Oh, the statue. Is the statue gonna... It's facing the volcano. Is the statue gonna stop the volcano from erupting? Let's move this out of the way. Oh, that's neat. That's really cool. Oh, hey, you're back. Awesome. So when I finished cleaning the statue, it started doing this. I don't know if you saw, I got a message earlier from somebody who was saying, like, if you're still in Buckingham, get out now. The volcano's gonna erupt any minute. But yeah, I bet this fixes it. That's so cool. I love that. Alright. Very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and complete this job while I sip on my coffees. I like that. That's awesome. Oops, what did I do? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, see? Um, Mount Rushless could blow any minute. Oh, and I think I heard a bandit. Yep, he's gonna need to go potty. Alright. That noise is obnoxious. Thanks so much for your help with the statue. We are in awe. We're taken aback by the statue itself, let alone that beam of light that it fired at the volcano. So much to discover about these peoples, like who on earth were they? All looks pretty fishy, wishy. Okay, can we... Okay, clean the stunt plane. That's gonna be a short one. I'm just gonna start that so that we can get away from that noise. I think I can go back in and read the intro message, but I gotta let Bandit out, so I will be right back. Alright, Bandit. Okay, okay. Let's go. You need to go find. Come on. Come on. Now starting your morning drinking routine. Today is Pear's Olympic. Pear's Olympic is a dessert made from pears, which are poached in sugar syrup and then served with vanilla ice cream and topped with chocolate syrup and crystallized island. Alright, I'm back. Yep, so... okay, cool. Audio sounds good. I'm gonna have to get up and let him back in just a minute because it's all snowy outside and he does not like the snow. Alright. Okay, so that was weird. Yeah, Calvin's about to tell us that the volcano is totally chill now. At least that's my assumption. Oh, just as I was getting the heck off Rushless, there was this huge flash of light. Thought I was a goner for sure, but no, the volcano just instantly calmed. Yeah, that was me. I saved the day. Well, me and, she's starting to gurgle again now, but whatever it was should hopefully buy us some time to get everyone out of Muckingham at least. Yeah, that was, me and the people who, built that statue. We saved the day. Mostly them, but it wasn't working until I finished cleaning it, so. You are welcome, Calvin. Oh, so much dirt. Ooh, you know what? I haven't looked at the store in a while. I don't... Okay, there we go. I try not to use too much of the cleaning liquid. If I can avoid it. Because once it's out of stock, it's out of stock, and some of that stuff... There we go. Let's see what else is available. Yeah, see the buy option doesn't even show up for some of these, and I don't know what I have to do to unlock them. Oh, I can buy it now! Yes! Alright. Ooh, look at that! Yeah, okay. See, I forget to even check the store, and, ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's neat. That's gonna take, like, most of my money right there. Let's get this, and let's get this. Okay. Okay, yeah, Bandit's ready to come in. I will be right back. Alright, let's get comfortable again. And I know I do this a lot, but I move the cords and things around. Okay, audio sounds good. Just like to make sure that I'm not getting that weird warbling effect. So, yeah, sweet. Yeah, how do I... That's... No? Okay, just close the tablet. There it is. Okay, so... This is where... Oh, I could have been... Huh. Yeah, look at that. Alright. So I have the short and the long extensions for this. I don't have the... Oh, I did get the soap nozzle. Okay. Yep, that... Yep. Alright, sweet. Oh yeah, look, that is taking a lot of that stuff off. Look at that. That is awesome. I love that. Yeah, for quite a while, I would go in and I would check all the equipment and stuff, and I had the money to buy it. It just wasn't unlocked yet, I guess. And as far as I know, there's no, like, pop-up notification thing or anything that says, you know, new items are available or you have unlocked this whatever. And so I kind of stopped checking the store so much. I would go in and I would buy up the soap, you know. I think there is something that says when they restock, maybe, or maybe I'm getting that confused with another game. I don't know. Yeah, look at that. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm definitely gonna play. Like obviously I'm playing PowerWash Simulator. It is, you know, one of my favorites. I have a bakery simulator. I've also got cooking simulator, or it's available, I think. I'll have to look at that again. I think it's on Game Pass. I might check that one out. I have seen... Whoop, I want to climb this. I've seen at least one YouTuber play the cooking simulator. It was Let's Game It Out is the channel. Pretty sure the guy's name is Josh. He mentions that. In fact, I think that's how he introduces his videos is, you know, hi, this is Josh from Let's Game It Out. You know, today we're playing Cooking Simulator. But he's hilarious, and if you've never seen his videos, I highly recommend. Very entertaining. His goal in video games is really just to cause chaos. Just chaos and mayhem, you know? And he does it so well. So yeah, I really enjoy watching his videos, but I'm pretty sure that the cooking simulator I found on here on the Xbox, and again, I think it's available on Game Pass, is the same one that he has played. And yeah, I don't know. I looked at it last Sunday, and I was like, I could do this. But then when I'm looking at the game page, all I can think of is Josh from Let's Game It Out playing Cooking Simulator and just being a total menace, you know. And I'm like, I don't I don't know if I could play this game any other way. But I'm gonna give it a shot. Alright, Timmy Timerson the First. Hello, nice to meet you for the very first time ever. That sounds suspicious. This is someone... I understand you'll be working at my private airport. Oh, this is the spy guy, the secret agent guy. Yeah, okay. Timmy Timerson. I will be relying on you to show the utmost discretion. Of course, because this is probably a super secret spy plane or something, right? Like, we've done this before. We have some of the most important and secretive people in the world coming in and out of here, so whatever it is that you see is not to be discussed with any other human. Is that clear? JJXIV, what? I don't know what that was about. Well, I'm sorry, Timmy Timerson the First. I am live streaming this, so my bad. Everyone has seen your super secret airport already. Oh, there's my van over there. You're a human? I hope you're a human. Bandit, can I help you, sir? No, there, sir. There's not room for you up here. Shoo. You go lay down somewhere else. You go on. Okay, so Willow, I'm not sure why you said I'm a human. I'm sorry, sometimes words come out of my mouth and I almost immediately forget them. So I don't even know what I was saying. I know that I was reading that Timmy Timerson text message that... Does this character that I'm... Oh, okay, cool. I get it now. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if like my character has a name, or I think the company is like Wishy Washers or something, and like people in the messages sometimes will call me Wishy, I think. Alright, so oh yeah, see, there's still dirt in there. Let's get that dirt. Where is the volcano now? I don't know if we can even see it from here. Yep, I don't think so. Ba-dum-bum-bum. I really need to get caught up on laundry today. I don't want to, but I need to, so yeah. Probably, actually I don't know when I'm gonna get started. So I like to try to let my boyfriend sleep in on the weekends. I've mentioned this before, but he will sleep so much when he can. And so I don't want to disturb him. I'll let him get his rest. I did tell him yesterday that his after work stories would make a very entertaining podcast. I don't think he believes me. I mean, I would probably listen to it. But he was telling me that on his way to work, oh, what is that? Oh, to give you an example, only yesterday we had a private jet fly in. Okay, Timmy Timerson. Um, who knows what was in the briefcases that they were carrying, but I can tell you for nothing that it wasn't stationary. Okay, cool. I feel like, now if you went round telling that to any Tom, Dick, or Barry, we'd all be in it. Well, Timmy Timerson the first, maybe you shouldn't be telling me this. I didn't ask. Don't get me in trouble with whoever your clients are, I guess. Your customers, members, I don't know. How do you even what do you call a person who uses somebody else's private airport? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Right, so yeah, so my boyfriend, right, he gets home from work. No wait, it wasn't yesterday, it was day before. Yeah, it was Friday. He didn't work yesterday. So he gets home from work and he's telling me about his drive to work and how awful it was. And I can't even remember all the details. I know that like he works at a ski resort up on a mountain, and so he's driving up the mountain, and then at some point like traffic is just stopped, and then it starts creeping along, and everyone is just going around this minivan that is still trespassing. Yeah, yeah. But there's this minivan still on the road. That I don't know if they just decided that they didn't want to go any higher on the mountain, and so they put it in reverse, and they were just backing down the mountain. And everyone behind them, they're just like trying to go around, you know. But that was one of the things. Right. Now, the worst thing, in my opinion, personally, like, the thing that would have made me just say, nope, today's not my day, and turn around. Well, I guess, I mean, it didn't happen to him, just in front of him, but a deer just exploded twice, I guess. Like, Eddie's telling me this, and I'm like, oh my god, that's like the worst thing I've ever heard. Why? This town that he has to drive through to get to work. Oh yeah, deer explosion. But it's a pretty smallish town, and there are just deer that will be in town. You know, they just kind of walk around and eat whatever, I guess. And so there's this deer, and he's driving along, you know, and then he sees this deer like in this wooded area beside the road, and he's like, oh look, a deer. And then before he even really has time to react or honk or try to, I don't know, flash his lights or signal the driver in front of him, the deer just leaps out in front of this I'm guessing a truck, you know, but the guy like right in front of my boyfriend, right? And I don't think they were going super fast or anything, you know, but the deer just, like, apparently one of the legs just sort of popped right off. And I was like, yeah, that is awful. Why? Why would, just why? Why did that have to happen? I'm really glad I didn't see it. And then he's like, oh, but wait, there's more, you know, pulls a Billy Mays right there. And I'm like, no, not at all. There cannot possibly be more. It already popped one of its legs off. And he's like, oh, but the deer got up again, right? Immediately after. and starts trying to hobble away on its 3 remaining legs just as another truck comes around this curve, I guess, where it couldn't see, like the driver could not see what was going on. And my boyfriend sees it like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, see, I've got extra cleaning liquid in stock. See, I get those notifications, but I don't think there's ever any sort of a notification for, oh, you've unlocked uh, new equipment, new things. Every day brings a new reason to keep your... Okay, well, thank you, Timmy Timerson. Why don't you practice what you preach? Yeah, like, we've got a celeb couple flying out tonight. Should you really be telling people this? Timmy Timerson the first? I hope this guy's got a kid, right? Because that's the only way you get to be Timmy Timerson the first, is if there is a Timmy Timerson the second. Only they're not a couple, if you get my meaning. I don't, actually. Okay. Anyway. You'd recognize them right away. They're from that hit new film, Bill Shakespeare, about the poetic duck, Timmy, you are kind of bad at your job, which is keeping the secret movements of your clientele secret, right? Anyway, yeah, so the deer. Yes, the deer. It's crazy, right? So, okay, so the deer, right, loses a leg, hops up, tries to hobble away, and then my boyfriend, again, sees it just a second before it happens. Another truck comes around the corner, and just deer explosion, just smacks right into the deer. Truck parts come off. Deer parts come off. The deer, I'm pretty sure, did not survive the second explosion. Bandit? No, you shoot. Shoot, sir. Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. And this is just on his way to work. And I mean, it is crazy, right? But I was telling him that he's always got some crazy story, either about the drive to or from work, or just the people who, sometimes coworkers, but just the people up there skiing. Like, he moves, so the biggest part of his job is, he works, I say ski resort, but he's actually at this restaurant up near the ski resort, like up on the mountain. And so the biggest part of his job, because this restaurant is right there on the mountain, the delivery trucks can't get up next to the building. So they drop off all deliveries at this building a little ways down, like in the parking lot, Like, the restaurant isn't up on the mountain. I mean, it is, but it's not like way up there where you start, like if you're skiing. It's not up there where you start skiing. It's closer to the finish, But delivery trucks can't get up there. And so the biggest part of his job is to pick up the deliveries from this building just a little ways down. And it's a gator, it's like some kind of John Deere vehicle thing. Like, it's not really a tractor. All right. Also, at some point, this billionaire, probably the most secretive in the world, he's flying in. Okay, maybe Timmy Timerson is not the secret agent guy. Maybe the secret agent guy just... he's a business acquaintance of mine. He's probably the most interesting of the lot. Yeah, I wonder if the secret agent guy just keeps his plane at this airport. He lives in a cave like a superhero. Oh my gosh, Timmy, stop telling me everyone's secrets. Okay. Yeah. Says he's accessorized the heck out of it, and he's gonna take me out there, or he's gonna take me there one day. Can't wait. Well, Timmy, if he finds out that you've been blabbing, I doubt you're gonna see that Batman cave, which is exactly what he's trying to imply. Um. Anyway. So my boyfriend's job, the biggest part of his job, is to like go down to this building where deliveries are placed and to load up this the Gator, this little John Deere vehicle thing. Uh it's got a bed in the back, like a tiny truck. I don't know how to describe it. It's a Gator, I guess. If you want to look it up, you can. You'll see what I mean. But he loads up the deliveries and he drives them up to the restaurant and then he unloads them and stuff. And so this Gator, like, it's not a snowmobile. It's a Gator. I don't know how else to say it, but it's not really made for driving on the snow like that. And so he will like he's driving along and it'll make these tracks in the snow, and he can stay in the tracks, and that makes it a little bit easier to get around. And and sometimes he's got to get up speed to make it up this slope to get up to the restaurant. And so he will line it up with the tracks and he'll just hit the gas and go. And it's not like it goes super fast or anything. But it's one of those where you got to just, you keep going, because if you stop, you're either going to get stuck or you're going to slide back down or whatever. And so he's scooting along, and kids will just like they'll do a ski run, they'll ski down, and they'll just sort of flop down in the snow like in front of where he's driving. You know? Like I don't know, like they expect him to go around, or maybe they don't, they expect him to just stop. I don't know what they're thinking, really. I don't know what. Sometimes adults will do this too, or they'll just stand in his tracks. They'll ski down, and then they stop on his tracks. Like, yeah, this is the place to be. You know, this is where I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna rest. And he's like, I am coming through. Um, you need to move because I'm going directly where you're standing. And this is such a normal occurrence. You would think that eventually some of these people might realize that, oh yeah, this guy does this every day. Maybe I shouldn't stand in the tracks that his vehicle made. Right? Yeah, he's just always got some crazy story about that. One of the things that gets me is that sometimes people will just, and customers too, like they go to the restaurant, they want to go there and eat food, mid-run. Like they'll be up there skiing, and then they take a break for lunch or whatever, and they go to this restaurant and they will see this gator like parked outside, and they'll just throw all of their gear onto it. And I'm like, really? Like, these are adults doing this. Why? Who does that? And, he will like say something about it, like, hey, is that your stuff? Because I'm coming out to make another delivery run in this thing, and you probably don't want me driving off with your things. And I'm like, that is so much nicer than I would ever be. I would either take the things, just drive off with them, because I mean, they're just putting their stuff, their gear, their just all their crap on. It's a vehicle. It's not like a car. It's not it's not a personal vehicle, right? But still, it is a vehicle, and it doesn't belong to those people. It belongs to the restaurant. And they're just like, yeah, this is the place that I'm going to put my things. Sometimes people will just be sitting on it. You know, he'll come outside because he needs to go and like pick up another delivery. And there are just people, just a group of adult people sitting on this thing. And he's like, what the hell, right? But yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm sure he doesn't want to get in trouble for being a total asshole. I would be though. I would absolutely just be like, well, you put your stuff here. It's going with me now. Maybe I will take it to Lost and Found, or maybe it'll just fall off on my way down the mountain. You know, we'll see what happens. Or maybe like don't put your things on other people's stuff. You know, that's not where they go. I couldn't do it. It sounds so stressful and frustrating. I would absolutely get in trouble for just being really mean to someone. I did buy him an air horn though. For the, you know, like when people just stop in front of his vehicle because the gator doesn't have a horn. I don't know if that's like all gators don't come with a horn, or if it's just that one, like the horn doesn't work or whatever. But I got him an air horn. I told him to, you know, use that when he needs people to get out of the way. I think he has a few times. Not as much as I would, for sure. But yeah. People, you know, they're fun. Caldera Cola. Okay. I don't know, I think his stories are entertaining. For sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, it does sound hard. Like he's moving like kegs of beer and stuff and I didn't lift it. I kind of picked it up like an inch off the ground, but the kegs can be really heavy. Um I think standard is like definitely over 100 pounds for any of the kegs. I feel like he said like there are different weights to him. You know, he's getting different brands and stuff, and I don't know if they come in different sizes. But I know he's mentioned like some of them weigh at least 180 pounds. Um, of course, like he is a. Now it's not all super difficult like that. I mean, I guess a lot of it is, but also if he finishes the delivery part um, early enough, and if they need help in the kitchen, then he stays and cooks, and I know he loves to cook, so he at least usually gets to enjoy that part. Although I guess some of the people they hired for the kitchen this season are just really bad at their jobs. The regulars, the ones who have been there for a bit, um, you know, the ones who come back every year, like they're good. They do a good job. Sweet Mercy, you're a marvel. I've just been asked if I'm free to do a Bell tail slide for the new Mint Spies Christmas movie, and I can, and it's all thanks to you. Oh, that's cool. Clean the ancient monument. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks for coming. We've got a fresh discovery in urgent need of a hose down. We were scouting the area after the recent seismic activity and found this curious hand statue that's never been seen before, completely unearthed. Well, it has been seen before. Someone made it, but you know what I mean. Unquestionably pre-Columbian and could be the work of the same civilization as the statues. We won't know for sure until you've worked your magic on it. And thanks again for your help before. We're learning fresh stuff about these people all the time. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, it is almost time for coffee number 2. I think I'm gonna... yeah. You can usually tell by the pay on... Oh, yeah, see, it's got the fin. This is definitely the same people. Yeah, this is a small one. Alright, so I'm thinking I'm gonna finish this. And, oh, strange how that index finger is pointing in that specific spot, don't you think? Yes, I do. Well, not strange, exactly. It's probably pointing at something specific. Alright, yeah, I think we're gonna, nothing in that direction for miles until you hit the coast, in fact. Ooh. I mean, the marina's there, but it wasn't back in those days. Okay. Do you have more? Nope. Okay. Wasn't sure if she had more to say about it. Anyway, what I was saying, I'm gonna finish this up, and then I think I'm gonna take a break to get myself coffee number 2. And Heavenly Demon's back. Hi. Yeah, so coffee number 2. And maybe a snack, maybe some kind of food item. I don't know, I'm not really hungry yet, but I know that if I wait much longer, I will be. And then, yeah, finish this up, hop off here, take a break for a bit, probably charge my phone a little more, and then I will be back. It won't be too long, but I will be back with another simulator game for Simulator Sunday. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. What even is that from? I don't know. Is that like... It's like a boxing or something? I don't know. I'm silly. You want my snacks? Well, I don't even know how I would get you those snacks. I do have these cashews. They are delicious. They are Thai curry cashews. What brand is this? Oh, crap. Sunridge Farms. Yeah. They're so good. Also, there is this cheese that I really love. Any candied walnuts? No, sorry, I don't do walnuts. Not a huge fan of pretzels, except the, dots, I think. Those pretzels, those are really good. And, yeah, I wouldn't have even known, except my, my kid. My kids are, oh, right, dots are so good. Oh my gosh. My kids introduced me to dots. And I wouldn't have even tried it because I'm really not a huge fan of pretzels. But I don't know, he convinced me to try one, and I'm like, yeah, that's delicious. Give me that bag, you know. Honey mustard is the best. I don't know if I've tried that one. I should. I do like honey mustard. There are also these chips that I love. They are some kind of kettle cooked chips. I don't know what brand it is, but the honey Dijon is like, oh, it's delicious. I prefer Snyder pretzels. You know, those are Those are. Have you tried dots? Because, like, those are good. Um, let's see. What? Yeah, there really isn't much out that way, is there? Ba, ba, ba. Creme brulee? I don't have any of that. I try not to keep too many snacks around. I mean, like, I don't know, some snacks. I guess it depends on your definition of snacks. Uh, Gotta keep a certain amount of snacks available for children to feed themselves with. Otherwise, they whine about it, you know. Um, but I can't keep too many chips in the house. Because, I mean, I try sometimes. I like to have chips when I feel like having chips. But, kids will just eat all the chips as soon as they come into the house. And that is why when I do get those honey Dijon chips, those kettle cooked honey Dijon chips that I love, I usually hide them, or just I don't even really have to hide them. I just put them in a place where the kids don't look for chips. And those are my chips. Because they're amazing. Have either of you ever had tiramisu? Ah, yes. So I I also love it. It's so good. I had actually never even heard of tiramisu until I don't know, it was a few years ago. At least I was watching this cooking show. I can't remember which one, but watching TV with a friend, and friend picks I say friend, it was actually kind of family. I don't know, it's weird. I don't feel like explaining the whole deal there, but you know how it is. Life stuff, people. Anyway, so we're watching one of those cooking shows that I would probably never watch on my own, but I didn't pick the show. And so one of the things that they're doing is they're making tiramisu. And I'm like, huh, that looks really good. And it doesn't look too terribly difficult. I want to try to make that. And so I did. I found a recipe, and it's actually not that difficult to make. Where is the dirt on this? I assume that it's no. Is it the same? It goes across. Is that all one piece, and I have to get this? Okay, yeah, that was all just that one piece there. Okay. Um, so yeah, every once in a while I will just make some tiramisu, and it's delicious. Thought it was pretty funny. Well, that is a huge slab. The last one had like so many different pieces to it. Was that a cat? I swear I just heard a cat. Oh, bandits. Oh, there you are. You may not, sir. No. You are not getting in this chair with me. Um, I'm hearing a cat. Uh, was I? I don't even know what I was saying. Yep, totally lost the train. That thought train, it gets away from me so much. It's crazy. Um, I did make tiramisu for my boyfriend for his birthday last year. And I thought it was kind of funny because, you know, I was asking him what kind of cake he wanted for his birthday, and he's like, "Nah, I don't like cake." And let's see. So I was like, "Oh, I know. I will make tiramisu." And he didn't, you know, come right out and say that he didn't think I could do it, but I could tell that he doubted. You know, of course, I'd never made it for him before. Um, so yeah, I totally considered that a challenge. Um, like he was challenging my abilities in the kitchen. So there's really not a whole lot of like cooking with tiramisu. Um, but I did make it, and it was delicious, and he was super impressed. You know, I wonder if maybe he expected me to like buy some tiramisu from the store and try to pass it off like something that I made myself. So that's the thing about me, though, is that I take... Oh, here we go. I suppose it could be pointing to the stars. That's possible, yes. What would be on the horizon in that direction at the time? Andromeda would have been at that exact spot around 8,000 years ago. Maybe that's it. Yep, that could be it. Yeah. What did ancient people know about the stars, about, you know, whatever's out there? What did they know that we don't? Um, yeah, uh, I take challenges pretty seriously. At least any that I genuinely believe I can accomplish. You know, like I can do the thing. So yeah, when I felt like, oh, like he's doubting my ability to make a good tiramisu, like a legit tiramisu. Well, that's a challenge. And so I made just this super delicious tiramisu. Like, bam. What do you think about that? How do you like them apples? There's not much that motivates me more than someone challenging or doubting my abilities, especially if it's something that I know I can do. Like, oh, you think I can't? Let me demonstrate. I hear a cat. Where's it? Oh, there's the volcano. Yeah. I would if I could. I don't even know how to ship food. It would, oh, it would get shaken up so much. Oh, I like that. Proximal finger phalanx. Okay. Yeah. I like those technical terms, not just, you know, the pinky. Um, Intermediate finger phalanx. Okay. I swear I keep hearing a cat. Mm. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. All right, I gotta think of something to talk about. I feel like I have discussed An American Werewolf in London, right? Oh, okay, so, you know what? I have mentioned one of my weird hobbies, and that is when I'm watching something, and my boyfriend hates this part because I'll just be like, oh my god, babe, I have to tell you about all this cool stuff while we're watching like a show or a movie or something. And so I try to refrain from doing that so much when it's something we haven't seen before. Although I can't help myself sometimes. Um, but what I like to do when I'm watching a thing and I recognize, or I at least think that I recognize an actor in it, I will, look up the cast and figure out who that actor is and what I know that person from. And then usually I go down this whole rabbit hole uh, where I'm just checking their whole like IMDb filmography just to see everything that they've ever been in. And it's what I really love about that is finding stuff that, like, movies and shows and things that I didn't know existed. Like, did you know that Mission Impossible was a series in the late 60s? It got 7 seasons. And I think that I got to that one because it had Martin Landau. I think I'm saying that right. In it? Yeah. And yeah, Mission Impossible, like the movies, the Tom Cruise movies. That's where that came from. Um, so that was a neat one. There was also um, uh, there was a movie. So I was looking up. We were watching The Pit, and there's an actor in that. I have already forgotten his name, and it's not even that I recognized him from something else. Um, it's so his character has a prosthetic leg, like I think below the knee, and I don't know. I was really curious. I was like, do you think that that's like the actor actually has a prosthetic, or do you think that that's just the character? Like, is it the actor and they wrote that into the show as part of his character because he actually has a prosthetic, or is that just Hollywood movie magic, whatever, because at one point, like, he takes it off, like, at the end of his shift. And, um, yeah, so I looked him up, and I didn't actually find the answer to that question, but I did look at all the other stuff that he's been in, and there was, I'm pretty sure this is how I got to this one, but John Q. It stars Denzel Washington. I think it was like early 2000s, maybe. And I feel like, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've never seen it. It's possible that's one of them that I have seen and it just really did not make any impression on me at the time, and so I just don't remember it at all because I do that sometimes. Um, but this movie, I'm pretty sure it's John Q, but I think it's got Martin Landau, and that's how I got on him. But it's also got this other guy who's in the pits, and oh crap, I've already forgotten some of these actors because I recognized several of the actors in this movie, and it got like 24% on Rotten Tomatoes, so not a good movie. But sometimes I like to watch the bad movies. Just like, why not? You know. Um, Sometimes it's entertaining to see just how bad they are, and I mean that one I mentioned before. I can't remember when it was. Uh, Broken Arrow from like the 90s with Christian Slater and John Travolta. I think that one, that was bad. That was a bad movie. And I definitely seen it when I was a kid. And like I said, if it doesn't make enough of an impression on me, it doesn't stick with me. And the only part of that movie that stuck with me was that one scene with the butterflies, where they're like, "Oh, look, there can't be radiation because the butterflies would all be dead, so we're totally safe." I don't know if that's an accurate way to like measure radiation is the presence of butterflies. All right, I've been in contact with the fire chief. Evacuations are taking place for everyone in Muckingham. Okay. Well, Calvin Miller, I'm not sure that the volcano is still going to erupt. Flo's fire helicopter is being called in to see if anything can be done to calm Mount Rushless. Be sure to keep your distance. I mean, I agree. We should keep our distance. Safety, precautions, and whatnot. I don't want to get like caught in a volcano eruption. But also, I'm pretty sure the magic statue fixed it, so I think we're good. Um, yeah, so John Q. Like I said, it's a Denzel movie from the early 2000s, I think. And in this one, he like takes a hospital hostage, or maybe it's just the ER or whatever, because his kid needs a heart transplant and the insurance won't pay for it. And I know that, see, like, I'm so certain that has been the plot line for, or it's maybe been referenced, and I don't know if it's referencing like that movie, or if it's that's just an idea that's been used in other things. But apparently, it's not a good movie, according to Rotten Tomatoes. And so Rotten Tomatoes. Now, I'm not totally sure that I even trust Rotten Tomatoes that much anymore. Um, the newest Jurassic World movie, I saw that one in the theater, and it was so bad. It was so it was so bad. The writing was so lazy. Like, they didn't even try. It's like somebody got a hold of that and they're like, "Oh, cool, we have a Jurassic World movie. Ah, we don't have to try it all." You know? People are gonna watch this regardless. Like, send in the B team. Send in the B writers. Not even B, really. Like, ugh, it was so bad. I can't even remember any of the characters' names. It was that bad. I remember the names of the characters from, Jurassic Park. There was Alan Grant and Ellie and Tim and Lex and, Hammond and Mr. Arnold, right? Um, Ian Malcolm, right? Because those characters were well written. They had depth. Uh, they seemed like real people, you know, more or less. And it made for and the story itself was good. And I know that it's based off of the book, obviously, and I have not read the book, but apparently the book is so much scarier than the movie. I mean, the movie is I don't even like what genre would that fall into? Is that it's not action? Uh, I don't I don't know. Whereas the book is pretty much horror, you know. Um, and oh, there he goes. There goes Bandit, barking at stuff, being obnoxious. Is he done, or am I gonna have to intervene? Um, now, I can't actually remember what Rotten Tomatoes gave the new Jurassic World movie. I know that it gave it more than it deserves because that movie was just bad. It was so bad. Uh, but yeah, like the characters, I even in the theater watching the movie, I couldn't remember their names, you know? Um, oh, I hear him. I think. Maybe not. Maybe he's not coming down. So I started referring to these characters as Miss Mercenary, and Dr. Museum, and Mr. Corporate, and, you know, Captain Mercenary. He was the captain of the ship, and then you have the obligatory innocent family who gets caught up in some awful nonsense that they didn't want any part of. And it was all so bad. So forced, And, like that whole romantic subplot between Miss Mercenary and Dr. Museum. It was like they just shoved that in our faces. Like, look how cute they are. She's so tough, and she's such a badass, and she shoots things, and then he's so cute and nerdy, and he wears glasses, but he's so sweet, and he's gonna teach her how to care about people again. Like, could could we come up with something maybe a little better? You know, there's this one scene. Um, oh, it's like right when dinosaurs happen. The mercenaries. I can't even remember what their mission was. They're trying to get something from the dinosaurs to accomplish something. I think maybe they're curing cancer. I don't know. So they're on this boat, and they have to get like three different DNA samples from three different species because it's I don't know, video game logic or something. Um, and so Miss Mercenary, who's super badass, and she's I can't even remember, like when Mr. Corporate contacts her to hire her. Honestly, I was really confused at that point. I thought that he was just a driver or something. Um, And hang on, is the audio good? Yeah, okay, the audio. I think it's still good. So, yeah, I don't know, she's talking about like, oh, I don't do a job for like less than whatever ridiculous amount. Like, okay, lady, nobody believes that. I get that the economy is, you know, whatever and inflation and stuff, but you're talking about like, I'm the best and I don't work for less than, $10 million. Okay, what is she spending her money on? You know? Like that amount of money should last anyone a decent amount of time, right? Like she would only have to do like a handful of these mercenary jobs and she would be set, right? And maybe that's the idea, but they didn't really sell that with this movie. But that's kind of what they're getting at, and they're I get that they're trying to demonstrate how badass she is and just how good she is at her job. That uh, like, oh well, she's not listed in like the yellow pages, you know. Um, you only get a hold of her if you know someone who knows someone, right? Um, and she's so expensive because she's the best, right? And then okay, so they're on this boat, and there are whatever aquatic prehistoric animals that probably weren't technically dinosaurs, even though people use the word dinosaur to describe like all uh not all prehistoric animals, but anything that resembles something even kind of reptilian, um or amphibious or whatever. um so I'm just going to say dinosaurs, but you know what I mean. um and so they have to shoot this special DNA collecting uh, syringe thing at these dinosaurs that are swimming around and trying to eat them, or eat the boat or destroy the boat or whatever. I don't know if it's territorial or if it's hunting behavior. And so she goes out to the I don't know what you call it. But it's like the very very front of the ship. It's got that bit that sticks out there, on the front. And she, like, there's this whole thing where Dr. Museum comes out and helps tie her to the rail so that she doesn't fall off, and the forced romantic subplot between them that wasn't really necessary, but it's like this movie was trying to appeal to everyone all at once. And yeah, so it just literally forces them to be close to each other physically, for that romantic tension nonsense. And then this super professional mercenary, she's aiming at the thing and she's got the shot, and then the ship gets bumped a little and she's and she flops over and she fires and misses, just totally whiffs it, right? um my phone's yelling. So right, and this is Miss Mercenary. She's the best, right? She doesn't work for less than however many millions of dollars. um she didn't bring a backup, right? She has that one shot with her up at the front of the ship, and everyone else they're all holding on for dear life, like, oh god, we're all gonna die, hurry up and get the thing, we need the sample to cure cancer, and or whatever, or I think maybe dementia, I don't know. um and So now, oh, it's so dramatic. Oh, bring me another shot, quick. And I'm pretty sure she's talking to Dr. Museum again because even though this is a ship with like some sort of mercenary crew, because we've got Captain Mercenary and he is Miss Mercenary's good buddy, and then he has his crew, and of course those are all expendable characters. They're the ones they're the red shirts. They were just added so that they could get eaten by dinosaurs and no one would feel like somebody has to get eaten by a dinosaur, and we don't want to throw away any of our main characters because people will be too emotionally invested in them. No, no, I was not emotionally invested at all in any of them. Because they were bad characters. They were very poorly written. Um, so she yells for Dr. Museum to bring another magic dinosaur syringe DNA collecting thing, and the thing with this is like she's gonna shoot the thing and they don't have to retrieve it, right? It's just gonna it's gonna collect its sample and then it's gonna pop off and fly up into the air and parachute down into their waiting hands. Um, so let's see. Ooh, we got another job and more cleaning liquid. Hey, there's the marina in your catchment area. My shrimper's caked up to the eyeballs. When did catchment become a word? I've only just realized that there are 6 fingers. What else have we missed? Are there 6 fingers? 5, 6. Ooh, yeah, there are. That's cool. I didn't even notice it. My bad. Anyway, so Dr. Museum brings her another one of these, you know, DNA sample syringe bullet thingies. I don't know. And now it's getting really intense. They're the water dinosaurs are circling and bumping into the boat all over, and uh, the now the second shot she hits it, but here's the thing: that first one she gets bumped, like the boat gets bumped, and she's jostled slightly, and she fires and misses. Right. So the second time one of these water dinosaurs slams into the boat, and she's tied onto the rail, right? Safety first. But she flies over the rail. She is hanging upside down now. And she makes the shot like that because she is such a badass professional mercenary that she's swinging from her harness or whatever she's tied into off the side of this ship, and she makes the shot upside down. Bam. Awesome. Even though just a few minutes before that she totally whiffed because she got jostled. Like it's totally unbelievable. I mean, I know it's you have to you got to be able to suspend some of the disbelief to enjoy a movie like that, but they just don't, it doesn't give you a chance. That movie just doesn't give you a chance to say, okay, well, maybe this could happen if this situation were real. No, it's just so bad. It is so bad. And then I don't know. Even the big bad dinosaur, like it does seem like they keep trying to make newer, bigger, badder dinosaurs, which was mentioned, I think, in the first Jurassic World movie, and I enjoyed that one. It wasn't great. It could have been better. They did all right. Um, some of the characters were not really not good. Um, but it was so much better than this newer one. Like, ugh, just bad, bad everything. That first Jurassic World movie, though, I do like that uh, they threw in some scenes that were sort of like callbacks to the Jurassic Park movies, which is cool, you know. Um, yeah, I don't know. I did grow up on Jurassic Park and all of that, the movies at least. Again, I not read the book, and I should. Where's the last little bit of dirt on this thumb part? Is it? There it is. Oh, there's a little bit there. Okay, got it. Um, but yeah, I love dinosaurs, right? I love Jurassic Park. It's there is that one part with the Jeep going over the edge of the thing and falling into the tree and stuff that always confused the hell out of me. I did find a video on YouTube that explains that like there was a part of that scene that I don't think it was cut really. Like I think they just didn't shoot it. Um, that was supposed to show the Rex moving that Jeep. Like I guess um, there is a drop off near that edge of the Rex's enclosure. They just didn't stop directly in front of that part, and so the Rex escapes and walks out of the part that is level with where the Jeeps are, and then the Rex pushes the one Jeep um, to the part where that drop off is, and then pushes it, I guess, through the fence. Because the fence was only broken in the one spot where it walked out, unless that broke all of it and it pushed it through there. But according to this video, when they're making the movie, they're like, well, this doesn't really make sense, but nobody's gonna notice. Just skip it. So, yeah, I definitely noticed. And when I was a kid, because, like I remember watching that when it came out. I didn't go to the theater and see it, but definitely watched it so much at home. And I was always just super confused by that part. Like, how does it walk out of that and then suddenly it's just a huge drop off? But that's okay. I forgive Jurassic Park, the movie, for that mistake. Because apart from that, it's a great movie. I think I saw something in the Xbox store um, about like a collection of old school Jurassic Park games. Oh, you gotta go. That's all right. I'm glad you stopped by though. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a great day at work. Hopefully there are no deer explosions. That's awesome. I appreciate it. I really do. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. Um, I could probably stream later on the weekends, but during the week I get kids up and get everybody doing stuff, get their day started, and then I figure I should just get my stream out of the way. But yeah, I try to be consistent. Consistency is not one of my strengths, so the fact that I've kept it up this long is really impressive. All right, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. So let's see. Oh, right. So the Jurassic Park thing, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the store about like a collection of old school Jurassic Park games. And I definitely had one one of them for the Super NES. I never beat it. There was at least this one part that just got really, really difficult. I couldn't ever figure out what I was supposed to do to get through it. I tried a lot. I don't know. But that looked neat, and I don't know, I might check it out. I can't remember how much it cost. I don't want to spend too much on it. But I do... Oh, hi Doc, it's Leonard, Cal's dad. Okay. Why are you yelling at me, Leonard? Bye. The volcano is about to blow sky high, and all that cleaning you did for our bungalow will be for nothing. I hope you're not asking me for a refund. I did the job. I do not control the volcano. The car is still looking good, though, and safely packed away in the garage. Thanks, Leonard. What? Did he just thank himself for putting his car in the garage? What was I doing? Oh yeah, but the Jurassic Park games. Like, I had one for the Super NES. I think it was actually the second one. I'm not sure. I feel like it said part 2 or something. Of course, we didn't really get new video games so much. We would go, I can't remember. Oh, there was a store that we would go to. I can't remember what that place is called. But it was, like they would sell used games and movies and books and stuff. Yeah, we would always get, well, maybe not always, but definitely, like, definitely most of the games that we got when I was a kid were used, you know. Usually there's, like, that's fine, like, there's nothing wrong with that, provided uh, the cartridge or disc or whatever isn't damaged. And definitely a cheaper option than buying new games. But what I like to do, though, is I will go into the Xbox store and I will just add stuff to, like, if I see anything that I'm interested in playing at, you know, even if it's like I don't want to play that right now, but maybe in the future, I'll just add it to my wish list. And usually when I log on, I get notifications if anything on my wish list has gone on sale. And so I keep track of the stuff like that. And if it's a big enough discount, then I will go ahead and just get the thing. Sometimes the discounts are huge. Like, There's this Sherlock Holmes bundle that's on sale right now. The bundle at regular price was listed as like $100, and it's like 95% off for the next couple of days. So it's $5 right now, and I don't even know anything about this game. Or it's a bundle of 3 games, I think. And I don't know anything about any of them. I do know Sherlock Holmes is a detective, so I like detective stuff. I like mysteries. Um, I don't know what kind of cases are included in the games. Um, but it might be fun. I was actually just looking at that on my phone last night, so I haven't actually gone into the store. I could have watched the trailer on my phone, but I didn't want to. Um, so I'm gonna check that out today on the Xbox. Maybe watch the trailer, look at the screenshots, check out some of the reviews and stuff, and see if it. I mean, 95% off of anything is always a good deal, but if it's not a game I'm gonna want to play, then, like, you shouldn't buy things just because they're on sale. Oh wait, I think did my audio go weird there? No? No, okay, it seems fine. I hope. Um, yeah, don't buy things just because they're on sale, but definitely if you're gonna buy a thing anyway, if it's on sale, yeah, like, for sure. So that's what I try to do. And sometimes you can find games on there for super cheap. So I do try to keep an eye out, and if I see something I definitely want to play and it's not already cheap enough for me, then I'll just add it to the wish list and wait for that notification. Like, you have like 7 items on your wish list are on sale right now. I also try to keep an eye on the Game Pass games because they changed those up. I'm not sure how often they actually add or remove games. Um, so, uh, yeah, but I do try to check it at least every once in a while. Now, I haven't so much lately because I've kind of locked myself into a few games, you know? Um, like Throwback Thursday, I've been doing Spyro and Doom 3, and I mean, I've got some other stuff. Hang on, sorry. Phone's being weird. I've got some things. What was I saying? Right. Oh yeah, Throwback Thursday. So I've got some games that I definitely want to play for Throwback Thursday, but I'm really trying to actually finish some of the games that I start playing now. I'm really bad, or at least I've always been really bad about jumping from game to game without necessarily completing the game. So even though I've got the games, well, some of them I've got a few games that I do want to do for Throwback Thursday, and I haven't started streaming any of those yet. Um, but I'm saving that for after I finish at least one of the Throwback Thursday games I'm doing right now. I've got Spyro and Doom 3. Now I imagine I will. Uh, that's probably on the other side. I imagine I will finish Doom 3 and then start a different Throwback Thursday game. Once I finish Spyro, I could start the second Spyro game because I'm playing the first one right now. And there are at least 3 in that bundle that I got. Are there only 3 Spyro games? Or is that bundle just like the 3 original Spyro games? Either way, Spyro is a great game. And we are at 94%. Yep, we're gonna knock this out, and I'm gonna have, okay, I thought the audio went weird for a second. And then, let's see. I'm definitely gonna have to do Killer Frequency tomorrow. I meant to do it this week, or this past Monday for the Murder Mystery Monday. But by the time I finished with Murder Mystery on the Hive, and then I did a little bit of the Sherlock Holmes add-on. That was fun. You know, the delay in the dialogue was obnoxious, but apart from that. Okay, see, I swear the audio keeps going weird. I can hear it in the headphones sometimes when it does that, but not always. I can't, or maybe it wasn't the audio, maybe it was just the sprayer. Anyway, so yeah, I started playing Killer Frequency for the Murder Mystery Monday, and I need to finish that one. Now, I'm not sure about Wednesday. So, this past Wednesday, because, you know, I've got that spin the wheel. Hang on, is the audio weird? Hello? Check? It seems to be acting up a little. I think it's good though. Anyway, so yeah, so Wednesday I've got that spin the wheel random picker app, and I did figure out how to post that. Yes. But, yeah, there we go. Okay, so this finger is the last bit. So I started, I spun the wheel, and I got Ni no Kuni. And I was very much enjoying that. Now that one had some really weird audio issues going on with it, and I do not know how to fix that. And I hate that I can't fix it, because it's just, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I had some issues with my own, like the headset and stuff. But the cutscenes, you know, had, I don't, like, it had sound, just not the voices. And I can't figure that out, and I don't know how to fix it. So, yeah, like, that sucks that I can't fix that. But what I was getting at is I'm not sure if I should just continue playing that until I finish it on Wednesdays. Um, Maybe I should start playing that one on Tuesdays because Tuesdays are, dealer's choice. All right, let's see. Fantastic job, Wishy. The sacred geometry, the six fingers, so much to get our teeth stuck into. So exciting and so amazing to finally see these relics as they would have been seen at the time. You're a star. All right, so let's just go ahead and click continue. And it looks like next will be the fishing boat. This one's going to be a slightly bigger job because, I mean, it pays more. You can usually tell about how big the job's going to be by the pay. But yeah, like Wednesdays are random Wednesdays, and do I spin the wheel again and just play a random game, or do I continue Ni no Kuni? Or maybe I will do two sessions on Wednesday. I'll do one that the wheel picks, and then I will do one with Ni no Kuni. I'm not sure. I haven't quite decided yet, so we will see. Oh, I've finished so many jobs. I don't know how many jobs there are. But yeah. I guess we'll just see how it goes. I am gonna hop off here for now. I need to get my second coffee and probably eat something. I don't know. Definitely need to charge my phone some more before I, bring the stream manager back up. I like to just have that open so I can watch chat, but also I try to keep the volume up enough that I can listen for those weird audio problems and fix them before they go on for too long. So I will be back sometime today. Not sure when exactly, with some other simulator game. I might try Minami Lane again for a little bit. I got a really short video last time because I started playing and then suddenly I was getting phone calls, people were coming in, everything was happening at once, and yeah, I just hopped off real fast, but might try that. I might try Cooking Simulator or that Bakery Simulator. I don't know. It'll be some kind of simulator game. We'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you all so much for stopping by, for watching, for joining, for, everything really. And I will see you all very soon. Bye!